morning, everyone. Welcome back to a week in my life. I am sitting here doing some work. It's already 1:45, so I already had a few calls this morning and now I'm just getting some stuff done. And I was gone all of last week. I was in Mexico, and this week it's kind of a catch-up week for me. So I have a lot of like admin stuff that I need to do. We're actually putting people on payroll this week, which is really exciting because it's my first time ever doing that. It's literally my first time ever doing payroll, which reminds me, I actually have so many questions about that. And I need to call my friend Hani because she told me that she just added someone to payroll. So I need to talk to her and ask her what the heck I need to do that, because I use Gusto, which shameless plug for Gusto. If any of you are looking to hire contractors or employees, please use Gusto. I'm gonna have my referral link below because you and I think we'll both get like $300. But best way to pay people, I'm trying to onboard them, but apparently I need to register my employees with the state. And I don't know if I've done that, like when we were, initially registering our company, when we were first doing all of our like tax information stuff. Like I don't know if I did that. So I need to figure out how to find out if I did that or not. And I also need to find an accountant. I have been putting off finding an accountant for so long, and now is the time when I need to find one. So I'm going to ask some founder friends who they recommend, because I feel like getting referrals is definitely the best way to go. My accountant that does my personal stuff does do accounting, but I might want someone that is more geared towards startups rather than my personal accountant. And I'm also just going to compare prices because the one that I use is pretty expensive. Not to say I'm going to like skimp out on this, but I just want to see. I think there's actually a site, what is it called? Accounting for Startups. Pilot, I think it's called. Yeah, Pilot. Best finance stack for startups. Yeah, so I'm going to look. I don't know, I just have a lot of admin stuff to do, and if any of you guys are founders, business owners, work for yourselves, even if it's like for your side hustle, you know the struggle with this. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna call Hani. Let me text her. I hate being bombarded with random calls, so let me text her. That's the best of having a friend that you can just call and be like, I have a question about this. All right, I'll figure this out, get to work, and then I think it's already time for my second cup of coffee today. I don't know, I feel like I need it. I wanted to film my favorite lunch, and this is going to be like a game changer for everyone because I make it like maybe once a week. So I have lentil pasta, and I do this because it has protein in it, so I really like lentil pasta. And then I cut up any vegetable that's in my fridge, which is so helpful because it really helps me get rid of my veggies because I feel like so many times they go bad. So today I had bell peppers, cucumber, I had a little bit of onion, and I cut all of that up. I have a glass of olives in my fridge as well. Cut everything up and put it in this bowl. I put some salad dressing on it, like a vinegar-based salad dressing, and then I put mayo in this pasta, and now I have this like amazing pasta salad. I've made this before with any other vegetable. Like I've thrown in random things in here as well, like anything works. I usually put feta cheese, but I don't have any. Olive oil, vinegar, like literally whatever you want, you can just throw in here, and this is like such a satisfying lunch. I'll show you guys like what I use. So for the vinegar, I just use this garlic apple cider vinaigrette made with olive oil. I like it for that like vinegar taste. And then I use this mayo, but I used to use truff mayo, like the truffle mayo, and I honestly think that's a little bit better. So I'm gonna get that after this, but this is just the rosemary garlic vegan mayo spread and dip. I'm not vegan or anything like that, but this is a good vegan alternative because I don't have cheese in it. But yeah, I think it's just so delicious. And then you can put like anything else. These are like the olives that I use, Kalamata olives. Any vegetables that you have, you can get rid of. And yeah, that's like what I make with it. And it's so freaking good. And you can thank me later when you make this recipe. I'm sitting here, it's 9:50, and I'm like watching my old videos and then also doing a little bit of work on my computer. And I'm watching videos from when I used to live in New York and like kind of beginning of quarantine in early 2020. And it doesn't feel like that long ago, like 2020 and COVID happening. I feel like it doesn't feel like a long time ago. It feels like time stood still, and I feel like I'm not older than I was then. I'm like the same person that I was then. Everything was the same. And then I look and I watch those videos and my voice is different. The way I look is different. I feel like the things I was doing and talking about in my lifestyle was different. Like, it's insane at how I look at that. And that was when I was doing my agency stuff, and agency is a super loose term for it. It essentially was like freelancing and like doing some consulting with some creators. And I'm gonna get like emotional, I feel like, talking about this because my life was just so different and I didn't even realize. And that person in 2020 and 2019 had no idea how much her life was going to change. Back then, I was pretty much a full-time creator, which I am now. But my days were just like waking up at 9, like going to the gym, making a smoothie. My busy, productive day was like returning a key from like a pop-up sale that I had to do in Soho, and then coming back and like, making a nice lunch. And I'm just gonna, look up some stuff on the internet. Like, it was just so easy. And I don't say this to like shit on influencers, because obviously I am one, and I'm not saying that people that are full-time creators don't have a lot going on, because everyone is different and there's a lot of work that does go into it. And I'm not saying that I didn't have work going on, but I just look at my life now and it's so vastly different. My priorities are so different, my interests are so different, and I'm like, it makes me really nostalgic, and it makes me sad sometimes, because sometimes I miss that like carefreeness, but I'm also so proud of where I am today and so happy with where I am today. But I don't know if like, it's just insane at how much life changes and how I feel like I'm literally a different person than I was in 2019 and 2020. I don't know why I feel like I want to cry, because I'm so happy with my life right now, but I just feel like this is one of the first times like watching those videos. I was already out of college. I was not a kid. I was fully an adult. It was not that long ago. It was like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2019. But like, so much has changed. I don't know. I just for some reason feel really emotional. Maybe it's because I'm just in a more like, I've just been more emotional lately, but like that for some reason, like watching my younger self, I'm like protective over her. Like, I don't know why. Just I'm like, oh my god, your life is going to change so much and you're going to love it, but like enjoy the moment that you're in right now as well. Does that make any freaking sense? I don't know. And then I get like mad at myself, because like that girl that I'm watching was such a better vlogger. She was such a better creator. She was such a better influencer. And I feel like I am literally irrelevant now, letting people down. No one cares about me. And it's not even about like numbers. It's truly just about like, I feel such a lack of connection with people now, and I don't know how to fix that. So I don't know. Do you guys feel that way? I just feel emotional. Breaking out again, not much. Like, I have one pimple right here. I have like 2 little ones right here. What the heck? But you know what? This is so much better than my skin has looked in the past. And also I realized I had acne back then, like pretty badly also. So I think I'm just like never gonna not have acne. It's just part of my personality trait at this point. But anyways, I'm doing my influencer work right now. Someone is gifting me some product, so I'm just like picking out some clothes and sending it over, which is really, really nice. And I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I don't know. It's emotional hour right now. I'm gonna continue watching this video and I might cry throughout it. Is that like, I'm like crying at my own video. Like, that's so weird. If any of you guys have old videos or old content that you posted years ago, do you ever watch it back? Let me know, because I seem to do that all the time.
This is Josh, can I help you?
Hi, I called yesterday, but I want to call again this morning. I left a water bottle there, and I wanted to see if it turned up or if anyone turned it in. It's a black Yeti, and it has a logo that says Rella on it.
No, at least no one turned it in. I only have 3 things from yesterday, but they're all closed.
Okay, are you able to go on the floor and see if it's there? I know where it would have been left.
I can have somebody look. Oh, where was it exactly?
It was at one of the cable machines, like all the way to the back where near the bike room, like near the cycling room. Yeah, it's like a black Yeti, and it has a silver logo on it.
We believe.
I cannot believe I left my Rella Yeti
That's why we work with the industry
at the gym yesterday. I'm so mad at myself.
At Equinox, we believe it's not fitness, it's life. That's why we work with the industry.
For today's level, we will be focusing on strengthening our core to the left. And as we see, and melt to the floor. And slowly coming out.
I want to take a quick second and thank today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. It is the easiest way to build an online website, and because this video is pretty much working my week as a founder, Squarespace is such an integral part of it. If you guys have wanted to check out what Rella is, I definitely recommend you head over to getrella.com and you will see the beautiful website designed 100% on Squarespace. Not only is this just so helpful having a beautiful website as a founder and as the CEO of a company, but it's also a lot easier for my team. None of us needed to know how to code because our developers are busy building the actual product. They don't really need to spend time making sure that the website is beautiful. That's something that we can do. People that don't know how to code, people that have the vision, people that are the creatives, and so Squarespace allows us to do that. I tried other website builders and they just don't do the same thing. They're not the same. They're not going to give you the same results. Squarespace is by far the best way, not only because it's customizable, the templates are beautiful, but the analytics are there. You can have an online store, a portfolio, a blog, like literally whatever you want. The flexibility and the choice is yours. If you want 10% off your first purchase, use my code Natalie Barbu or go to squarespace.com/Natalie Barbu and let me know when you do so I can check out your website. Let's get back to the vlog. All right, guys, I'm sitting at my desk working and I want to give you a little work update because I feel like I haven't talked about Rella on this channel that much, like maybe in passing, but I want to give you kind of a full update. So where do I even begin? If you're new here, I'm the founder and CEO of a startup called Rella. It's a digital workspace for creators to manage their entire business in one place. So we started off with content planning. So right now you can download it for free. It's totally free. You can download it, start planning all your content, connecting to all your social media accounts. You can kind of organize your brand deals on there. But as we expand, we are looking to be able to send invoices, really store all of your brand deal data in one place, track your earnings, send follow-ups to brands when things are overdue so that you're not the one always having to do that. Comprehensive analytics. We're going to be able to tell you the average rates of other creators so that there's no more guessing or those like awkward conversations with friends, like how much are you charging and all of that good stuff. So it's going to be really cool. But I think it's already really cool now. So you can download it for free on the App Store. If you want to have like different workspaces, we did add that. That's $5 a month. And if you want to track your earnings right now and get revenue insights, that's also $5 a month. And you can get a month free. I'll have a code here, YouTube. If you just type in YouTube, you'll get an entire month for free. You can cancel literally the second you sign up and then you'll still get that month for free. So we have been in just a mode where like we've been building and continuously building, trying to really improve the product. We got it to a place where we feel like it lives on its own, but we're constantly trying to improve like the customer experience. We got back our developer, which I'm so happy about. So I have two co-founders, they're developers as well, but we had a front-end developer that left us because he had another opportunity that came up. It was higher paying, and now we finally could like afford to pay him what he's worth and be like competitive. So he came back to us because he's been wanting to come back, which has been great. So we're really happy about that. That's been able for us to focus on like new features and continuing to build it out and improve it. And then we are hiring, we're bringing on someone for marketing, and we will be hiring in the next like few months or so. So keep an eye out, but right now there's no like open positions. Really excited. These people aren't necessarily going to be full-time by any means, but they'll just be like contractors. And then Natasha is finally coming on like full-time. So excited about that because she's just been like an integral part of our team since day one and we could not do this without her. Yeah, that's a little bit about that. So that's a little bit about, kind of our company and updates with that. But now since we are adding people to payroll, there is so much that goes into it that I just didn't realize. So we use Gusto. It is the best thing ever. Again, I'm gonna have my referral link below because me and you will both get $300 if you use my code. But Gusto is the best because that's how we pay our contractors. But now that we are on payroll, I can get to see like the full benefits of Gusto, and it's incredible. When you do have people on payroll, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just like, oh, you have a salary of 60,000. That's what the company pays you. The company pays you 60,000. If you have someone on salary for 60,000, you're probably paying 65,000 or even more than that every single year for that person, because you have to pay taxes on that. Not only that, but you also have to then get workers' compensation insurance, which I did not know that was required because we're totally remote. It's not like we're in like a manufacturing plant or anything dangerous where people are getting injured, but it's just required in North Carolina, and I believe most states require it. So we have workers' compensation insurance that we had to get. So I just got off the phone talking to someone to get that. We have one employee that is on it, and it's gonna be about $300 for the entire year. Isn't that expensive? But that stuff adds up, especially as you add more and more employees. You know, we have to provide equipment for our employees now. It's not just something that, you know, they can use their own laptop, because that might not be the best. So we have to provide that, which laptops are so expensive. It's like $2,000-$3,000, you know, like they're not cheap by any means. You have to register your employees in every single state that they work. It makes me not want to hire people in like different states, because you have to register your employee in every single state that they're working in. So we only have employees in North Carolina. And when I say employees, I mean people on payroll. This is not for like contractors, but for example, with Natasha, who is now on payroll, that we have to register her in the state of, we have to register ourselves as a company that has employees in North Carolina. So we have to do that. That costs like $400 to register. And in every single state, you have to pay whatever the state fee is. And you have to register employees in every single state. And that's not including any of like the taxes that you have to pay on those specific employees. So it's just a lot that goes into it. Gusto thankfully handles everything, because I literally would never know what to do if it wasn't for that. But it's still really expensive to hire employees, which is why so many people and so many companies, I think, prefer contractors to start. Onboarding these people, paying all of those fees, training them, paying all those taxes, and then what if they leave in the next like 2 months? So I feel like I'm learning a lot about the other side of the coin of like being an actual operator, being a CEO, being a founder, and like being on the business perspective rather than just the employee perspective. Hopefully this gives you some insight on what your employers obviously deal with. Bigger corporations, it's so different, you know, like they probably get a lot of breaks, or, you know, they have a system for this, they have a whole HR team, like they're not really worrying about this, but it definitely is expensive. That's just one thing to note. If you ever go on payroll for like a small company, this is like what they're dealing with. But right now I'm just doing a little bit of work. We're applying for some like research and development tax credits, which the government will actually reward you, and I think give you money back if you are involved in like research and development, which obviously as a software company we are. So I'm making my co-founder write a little blurb about why we are eligible for that. And that's also done on Gusto. But yeah, I also have to pay my electricity bill. Doesn't have to do with, you know, Rella, but I just got the notification for that. I don't have auto pay set up, so it just alerts me whenever I need to pay. So I'm doing that right now. Just a lot of adulting stuff. And I just Uber Eats some food because I'm hungry, and I'm really hungry. And I don't have any food here because I'm leaving for DC tomorrow. So also, someone stole my Rella water bottle. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Someone stole my water bottle. I left it at the gym yesterday, and I realized a few hours later, which is my fault, but usually at this gym, like people will turn stuff in, and I called and they're like, nope, no one's turned it in. And I know I left it at the gym, and I know exactly where I left it. And then I called again this morning, like thinking maybe someone turned it in, or like when the cleaners were cleaning at the end of the day. And no, they didn't. So someone stole it. So if I see you walking around with a Rella Yeti water bottle, I know you took my water bottle, and I will say something. Whoever took it shows up to the gym with it. I hope they think it's like a generic, like, oh, what's Rella? Like, I don't know, it's probably a generic water bottle. I hope they show up to the gym with this so I can see them. You think they'll be scared of me? I'm just gonna be like, oh, nice water bottle. Where'd you get that? All right, everyone, I'm headed off to an event and also to dinner. So I'm going to an Omega event, which is a watch company. I have a watch on that is not Omega, but that's okay. This dress, I am obsessed with it. I'm so happy I found a reason to wear this, and I really like going to events because there's not too many here in Miami. But I have my makeup on that I put on this morning, so glad that it's lasted me. This dress is from Revolve and it is so beautiful. Like, I need you to see the whole effect of it because the deep V, it fits so nicely. Like these buttons right here, it's like has some gold shimmer in it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's so beautiful. And then it's like the perfect length, fits me perfectly. The ruffles, like, I love it. And then I have my bag. I don't really have much jewelry on. I just have this watch or the necklace that I wear all the time. And then I added this one. I don't know if I like it together, but we're going with it. And then my shoes are White Fox Boutique and they're just some nude heels. So this is the look. I feel like maybe this mirror, you can see it better. It's just so pretty. I really, really love it. And I am already gonna be late because it's 6 o'clock, or it's getting to be 6:30. It's about to be 6:30. And Miami traffic, you know, is not fun. And my dinner reservation is at 7. I'm meeting my friend Caroline. Please look at all the cups I have on my workspace. I have my water bottle, my matcha, my coffee, and my Olipop. Like, I got all the things. Anyways, it is time to go. So I'll see you at the event.